to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Never gonna stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't never gonna stop. No, no. Oh, I ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Never gonna stop now, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Woo-hoo. Never gonna stop now, baby.
Hey y'all, hopefully my fan's not too loud for you in the background. Um, whoa, was there somebody at the door? Of course there was. Is there anything important? Okay, hold on one sec. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to. Sorry guys, I can sit here all day and nobody needs nothing from me, right? I can sit here, nobody say a damn word to me at all, period. I mean, besides family, right? And I go and get on a live, and everybody and their brother all of a sudden decides that they have to have my undivided attention right now. It drives me nuts. It's like Murphy's Law. Just okay. Anyway, I hope the fan's not too loud for you guys. I'm so glad to see everybody. This is going to be an important live because we're going to address a lot of things, not just crazy ass loofah. I have never seen so much lying in the past 48 hours. Actually, I should say 36 hours than I have. I mean, I've never seen so much lying than I have in the last 36 hours. I've never in my life seen. I ah. Is there something you need? Okay. So poor John's like, no. Let's see here. All right, let's say hi to some folks, and then we're going to talk about today. So there's going to be, I didn't post it ahead of time, and I should have. There's going to be a bit of a trigger warning. We're going to be talking about suicide a little bit. I'm not even going to pretty it up with the unaliving, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, we're going to be referring to suicide attempts and talking about that not for very long, because this live is mostly about other things, but there's stuff I need to address at the beginning of this. So, but first, let's say hi to everybody: Christine and Robin and Kat and Reggie, Lavina, Lady Witch, hey Token, Linda Bella. So, I made a for those of you who don't know, I Robbie was, taking digs at me and saying shit, and I took a dig at him for having been divorced less, or I mean, married less than 32 seconds or whatever it was, 6 months, something like that. Since then, he has lost his mind, and he tries to hurt, and I made a, which I thought was a pretty polite, like 2 minute video addressed to him after he went on this rampage the other night about me, telling him that making fun of my deceased mother is old. It's old. It doesn't affect me. The very first time somebody said that, I was like, holy shit, because I couldn't believe that somebody would be as shitty as do that. Hey Savannah, hey Freeside, hey Maggie. I couldn't believe someone would be so fucking shitty to do that, right? Um, but first of all, Robbie's not the first to do that. He's not even the one he's not even the best to do it. Hey, Demon. He's not even the best to do it. So, and what I mean by that is, hey, no fighting. You think I'm talking to kids? No, I'm talking to two cats, Castiel and Pork. They decided I'm upstairs, and so I'm in my room, and I'm kicked back on my bed underneath the window because it was hot. And the cats have all decided they're going to fight over here to sit next to my right foot. They're worse than dogs sometimes, I swear to God. Anyway, so I tried to let him know that, doing that, once you've done it, hey, hooker, it's good to see you, sweetheart. Tell Mander I said hi. So once you've done that and the shock value has worn off, you don't it's like you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, right? The more you keep doing it, people are like, meh. You know what I'm saying? And oh my God, Token, I wonder who did that. I wonder who did that. They tried that with me my first year here, and thank God my filter caught it too. So I should have wrote down a time or a outline of all the things I need to address tonight. This is probably going to be a long live. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to try to not make it too long because I think people want to go live after me. I don't know what time they want to go live, but so the other thing, and now again, trigger warning. And I don't like talking about this because it triggers a lot of people that watch me, some that participate publicly, some that only participate with me privately in emails. So I'm going to warn you again that I'm going to be talking about, for a second here, about suicide attempts, and what you're going to hear, like like some of the things Robbie said is probably going to trigger you. So I'm going to count down from 5, and then we're going to get into it. So if you don't like it, leave and pop back in, and see if it's over if you want to catch the rest of the stream. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Robbie is, saying stuff like, if you really wanted to do it, you'd be dead, or, stuff of that nature. Anybody who who tries it and doesn't succeed, then they didn't really want to do it. I encourage all of you to actually get your facts about suicide ideation, suicidal attempts, stuff like that from actual. You can go online and go to actual vetted psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, counselors, and actually get the truth and what's, because we're not going to get into that today. Um, and what actually is right, Amy? It's disgusting. What actually is true about suicide. Um, but one thing I wanted to point out is he said something to the tune of what is something about it being awful to threaten it and then not do it. Has anybody ever heard me say that when I have my past attempts that I threatened it first? No, you didn't. And the reason why this is important per se, I mean, it's not important in regards to Robbie, because you dealing with Robbie, you have to deal with him like you do a toddler. And those of us who've had children, you know what I mean. And I'll get into that in a minute. It's not an insult, it's just a fact. It's just the way he acts. So what he's trying to do, obviously, is trying to say that, I'm either a failure at suicide or it never happened or whatever it is he's insinuating. Okay. Common fallacies are that people threaten before they do. That's not true. Nobody knows thank you, Lady Witch. Thank you so much for that. Exactly, Savannah. Nothing he says does matter. And that's what I'm talking about, is if you are someone who heard his live and heard him say these things and stuff, and if it made you feel invalidated, don't let it. Don't let it, because the facts, proven facts about suicide is not everybody threatens it. Nobody knows my situation because it's no one's business what happened. I will say this, I didn't threaten. And that the only way that I was saved was because someone found me. And that's all I'm going to say. Okay? The other thing is, some people think, oh, people who are really going to commit suicide, they don't tell you first, they just do it. That's not true either. That's also not true. That's just another urban myth. Okay? So, dealing with somebody like Robbie, we've seen, you see it in toddlers. You do when they get mad. Like, say, if you've ever had a kid that was on a binky, a pacifier, and you were trying to wean them off that pacifier, and they're like 2 or 3 or something, and when they get mad, they'll throw their things and they'll stomp their feet and they'll clutch their little tiny fists and they'll rage and they'll throw temper tantrums. And I agree, Savannah. And the only way to deal with a toddler when they do that is you don't give them any attention, or you give them as little attention as you can. I mean, if you've got a toddler that's throwing themselves against something, you don't want them to get hurt. Well, obviously you're going to pay attention. You got to do, but you don't give in. You don't. This is a person. His own parents came on Natasha's panel and talked about how, they gave into him too much. They, whatever. I don't know his childhood. I can't say whether his parents are telling the truth or not. So I'm not going to say what they're saying is the gospel truth. But we've all seen how Robbie is, and until Robbie admits that he's got some serious issues and gets help, this is just this type of pattern with him just continues. Right? She can suck it the fuck up. That's hilarious. 3-year-olds do act better. Yeah, at times they do. That's true. So there is nothing that Robbie can do that can hurt anybody on here. I want people to understand that people only have the power over you in regards in stuff like that. They only have the power that you give them. And what I mean by that is, if anybody is, in fear of this guy or intimidated, or whatever, there is nothing that he can do to you that can harm you unless it's something so drastic that he would end up back in jail. You know, he's got a history of domestic violence. That's public record. He talked about that freely, so I'm not, yeah, I agree with that. And so, no, he never will change. Noodle, I've been a silent watch for a while. I'm a granny watching and CJ supporter. Well, I'm so glad to have you in here. Welcome, and rest in peace, CJ. Man, every time I still can't even talk about CJ without. Ooh. I come around when I can. As a man, seeing what say Robbie has done about the woman in this app, he is no man. I'm truly sorry. I agree. Hooker, Bob's just a low cow clown buffoon, and all of you are right. Not one of you is wrong. You know why he doesn't fuck with Mandolin and Hooker anymore? Because they stood up and said, "The fuck you will." He thought he could intimidate them by showing pictures of their children and doxing and doxing and doxing and doxing. And they were like, all right, motherfucker, you want to play? Let's play. And they put him in his place. You kind of have to do that with people like that. Okay. No, he doesn't have a soul. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a soul. But he really is a blowhard. I mean, people are going to get mad at me for saying this, but it's the truth. All right. Oh, next door. So people are going to be mad at me for saying this is truth. This is, and I really mean no offense to his parenting, but this is someone who either what I should say to his parents' parenting. This is somebody who was either not brought up right, or was brought up right but just doesn't care. He needs help. He needs help, and I don't. I just don't. Is everything okay? Did you have to answer? Hold on, I got to ask John. All right, sorry about that. Um, John was like pantomiming that his phone was ringing, so he stepped out, asked him if everything was okay, and he said, "Yeah." Anyway, so um, until he's willing to accept that he's got a problem and is a problem, he's never going to change. Don't let people like this intimidate you. Don't let them make you feel less than anything. Don't bother. Oh, I was reading the other thing. Okay. So when people, you mean as far as time wise or as before?
It's to what I.
Okay, well, yeah. So, hi, beans. Yes, I have two cats named Pork and Beans. For those of you who weren't aware. No beans. So anyway, so I think that's all I'm going to pretty much say about Robbie and him. Oh my gosh, Noodles is Noodles. Look, you gotta look and then he had Nikki on there, um, doing her fuck shit, and you have to. Oh, who did that?
Lavina.
Lavina did. Well, thank you so much. I can't see unless I have my phone, and I don't have my phone. Hold on, let me get my phone. This is what I don't like about this restream program is for some reason I can never see that. I see that people receive, but it doesn't tell me like who did what. Turn this. Don't you do it, Beans. I swear to God, half these lives I'm yelling at cats.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Lavina sent 5 Noodle Mash gift memberships. Savannah got 1. Yo Bindi. Paul fucking Martin. The obsoletist. Zilvner Natch. I can't even say that. Uh, got 1 too. That was so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me. Should I? I don't know if I'm going to be on here on my birthday. My birthday is May 20th. So 2 days from now. And I had planned to do a birthday stream, but now I'm not quite so sure because there's a lot of people out here trying to ruin my birthday, and I just don't know if I even want to be on and have people try and come in and fucking do shit. And thank you so much, Lavina. Lavina said, "You're welcome. Happy early birthday." Thank you. Um, so I don't know if I know I wanted to do the last 5 of the free memberships that were given by Google as content creators to give out. I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be here. That's what I said. I looked at. I looked at that web like that's ball. Hey, BB. BB, do you care if I say what the loss you suffered, or would you rather me not? Make a wish. Um, I had a lot of Well, I saw a T-shirt the other day that said, "If a doctor told me I'd have 30 days to live, then there's about 5 motherfuckers who only have 5." And I thought that was the funniest fucking thing. Wow, look at that! Member for 45 months. Yay, Reggie. I'm waiting for BB to let me know if it's okay because I don't want to talk about it. Okay. BB lost her poor cat of 20 years. She notified me this morning about it. So we all can just lift her up here because we all know that's horrible. It's a horrible loss to go through. So I'm sorry, BB. So trying to organize my thoughts to try to go in order here. Okay. So those that did not want to be triggered by the suicide, if anybody happens to know people who didn't want to hear that part of it, if y'all could tell people, if you know them or whatever, can you say, hey, it's safe to come back in? It is. It's awful to lose that. Yeah, 20 years too. Oh. Let me see where we at. Dinner ran late tonight, so I ran late getting onto my own live. So let me see here. So I don't have everything up. So before we get into Lufa and her crazy unhinged bullshit from yesterday, because believe it or not, all these people we're talking about, it all kind of ties in. It really does when you think about it, huh, John? So if you, and I'm not going to say the person's name, if they want to say who they are, if they want to say, oh yeah, that's I'm the person that happened to, then they can, but I'm not going to say their name. So somebody had sent me a gift, and I showed the little gift card that came with it, and Monica Madsen lost her ever-loving shit, okay, and started being the cry bully, crying, blaming, victim blaming, doing all that shit. She's trying to be a victim when she's not. Okay, I'm just fucking crazy. So I'm going to show you, nobody leave because it's important you all see this. Okay, so because on the gift thing, the person said something like, Monica told me to tell you happy birthday or something like that, and we all laughed because it was funny. That's all it said. Didn't say anything else. Had their real name, and then they had their YouTube name. Why scratch out that they themselves put in? I want you all to understand that, because Lufa and X are trying to do this this shady bullshit that's not going to fucking happen. So I blurred out their real name. And not only did I blur it out, I blacked it out first so that if for some reason somebody could see through the blur, all they would see is black. So what happened is X lost her shit and decided that because somebody used the same first name that Monica has, that it was okay if Monica doxed their first, middle, last name, where they live, their birthday. And yeah, so now because I did that, X is saying that I'm the one who doxed this person, who I just blurred out their first name and everybody else went fucking crazy, you know. So X, when she got mad because people were like, "Oh my God, what are you doing to her?" Then she got really pissed off because she didn't have the support she thought she would get. Okay, and now she's decided that she's going through. Oh wait, I got it back. Well, no, we'll keep going. That she's going to go through every fund I've ever had on here. But remember when you could do PayPal funds? You can't do them anymore. But remember when you could? Exactly. And so this gets so much worse, though. I mean, Savannah, this gets bad. Seriously. So she has decided that she went and looked up, because you can still access these old funds and look at stuff. And she's decided that she's posting the real names of people who donated to any fundraiser I have. Okay. When we all just kind of laughed at her and said, look, it's not, you're not going to stop people from donating. You can't, there's two reasons this is happening. One, it's my birthday. Monica can't stand it when people buy me gifts or donate to my Cash Apps around my birthday. Drives her crazy. I have 3 years prior to this to show you that I can show you, if you'd like to see it, of where she's just freaking out. Last year, I suspect, though I don't have proof, that it was her that ruined my birthday list. Well, she couldn't do that this year because we did a registry. So now she's trying to dox anybody. Now look at this. This was today. Friggin' read this, Noodle. I did not lie about anything. Bitch lies about everything. But anyway, nothing. You just took the opportunity to dox my name again. You doxed me in my entire life with threats and blackmail by you or those who support you. They support your lies, digging, doxing, and you showed it by posting that gift card that never, ever, ever said what Monica they were talking about, right? They support your stalking and abuse of Mrs. P. Each and every one of them, therefore, deserve to be doxed completely. I recommend that everyone start doxing anyone who's ever supported Noodle in any way, not just money, but in any way. Without support, Noodle and Flad could never have caused so much damage to Mrs. P's life. So this is illegal. We have an open case with her police department. Anybody, if you see her post a name and it's your name, and if they correlate that name to whoever you are on YouTube, contact me and I will give you the name of the inspector that we're working with, their email, and I'll give you the case number. We have been going after Monica for 2 years now, because this right here is felony, like a huge felony in her country. I mean, huge. Right? Exactly. It's fucking crazy. Right? So, and she has posted names. I've seen them. I've seen one. I've seen one. I don't know if there's another one. I haven't looked at, things got hectic and dinner ran late and blah, blah, blah. So she has posted at least one name. Would you like the case number and other details? Lynn, I will send that to you in an email. If you don't hear from me tonight, send me an email reminder and in the morning or later tonight or whatever, uh, just in case I forget. And this isn't like Lufa and her fake. Oh, if you want to donate to my fundraiser for the lawsuit against Noodle, then just email me. And I'm sure Lynn will be able to tell you. Yep, Noodle gave me this information. Okay. You can also, Lynn, you also should call your police department, because anytime that anything happens, she's posted one name and has been asking for another. I just got a message from somebody saying that. So if you are somebody and she's doxed your name and here's the thing. So say Extinct Tube says, oh, Gemini Boobaloo is really Joe Dirt. And Gemini Boobaloo is their YouTube name. Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. If Extinct Tube says Joe Dirt is one of the ones that donated to Noodle or supports Noodle or whatever, and somebody else in the comments says, oh, that person is blank, and says their YouTube name, Monica is still responsible. We have that straight from the horse's mouth. Straight. And when I say the horse's mouth, I mean law enforcement. Monica is responsible. I have shown, I don't know how many times in the past 3 days, Monica has posted her own first and last name on here herself, when she was showing proof about the files she made on my family, because, you know, that was smart to do too, right? But whatever. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what happened, because she wants to, she's stupid and she wants to play with fucking fire. And she's about to virtually get burnt. And what I mean by that is this whole bullshit of you said my name first. Okay. Is everything okay with her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said my name first. Blah, blah, blah. And that's not what happened. I did not know who Monica was until September of 2023. And now, before I show the screenshot, I'm going to apologize to Lycan Theory right now. I'm not trying to drag him into anything, but I do have to show this so I can exonerate myself from the lies that Extinct Tube is telling over here. I am not the one who put out Monica's name. That wasn't me. That was Lycan. And again, I apologize, Lycan. I'm not trying to drag anything. I know you got your own headache going on with that fool trying to fucking sue you and shit or whatever. I'm real sorry about that. I'm not trying to, add on to nothing. But, the only reason why I'm showing this is because I've got to be able to exonerate myself here. This was posted September 5th, 2023. So this here is Monica, goes by Nika sometimes, a.k.a. Extinct Tube. She comes on here and bashes other people's looks, and then she cries about people being mean to others and saying manipulative things or whatever soapbox she wants to be on from day to day. You're no spring chicken, and you ain't no looker either. Keep going, though, and I'll expose more stuff, you obnoxious weirdo. Now, there is no shame in my game. I'm upfront and fucking honest, because at this time I had been dealing with her for around a year with her harassing me, shaming me, bullying me, trying to get me to unalive, right? So I immediately, I'm not going to lie, I emailed Lycan and I said, do you have any other information? I have no problem admitting that. And I even said for legal reasons, because I'm going to need them. Turned out I was right? So I never, before September 5th, 2023, ever said the name Monica, because I didn't know it. Nobody knew it, right? Okay. So let's continue. sometimes your besties in life, sometimes they hurt you more than they help you. This was October 13th, a month and a few weeks later. Lycan is a bitch for doxing you, and that's why hashtag we won't stop. Again, further proof was not me. Okay. And by the way, the reason Lycan had every reason to do what he did too, because of her mouth and what she was saying to people and what she was doing. This bitch never learns her lesson. So then, this come on. This was October 16th, 2023. Extinct Tube had, this is a post from Extinct Tube, and she was sharing a post from Nike Girl who called her Moronica. And this is what Extinct Tube wrote underneath that. When my name was doxed, I told in a post all my monikers or nicknames. I wrote that my favorite one I gave myself is Moronica. You get the Behind the Eight Ball award for today. My other nicknames are Neek, Nika, Monicati, Monique, and another favorite, Monikaka. Then she says, Shannon M. Siefer has no right to use my name. She's complicit in doxing me. She's trying to dox me further and put me in prison. If I could put her in prison, which that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have her held criminally responsible for a lot of stuff that she's done. And I can tell you right now, this right here sealed the it was like the last nail in her legal coffin. I mean, she screwed herself. And this isn't the only post I have of her saying this. She's been saying it for about 36 days. Right? So you did not dox her. Surprise, surprise. Right? Exactly. Never did. Never did. But she sure the fuck doxed me. She doxed me all over the fucking place. Including this right here. And I'm not talking just saying my name. I'm not talking about saying Shannon Siever. I don't give two shits about that. You're about to see another screenshot where she threw a fit. And went all manic once again. Come on, there we go. Ignore the 1 month ago because this was a lot longer than that. We're talking years. Actually, because Shannon, and then she uses my middle name, which I've never used Monica's middle name. Shannon Blank Siefer doubled and now, per usual, tripled down, making this out of context video and has left up Patty G's threat. Her full name can be used each and every time as well. I may as well match energy and use Shannon. She used my middle name, my maiden name, another name that she thought I was under, but I wasn't. But I still crossed it out because it's a family member's last name. I have never posted her middle name and her maiden name, ever. Ever. Nor have I posted her address, but she's posted mine. Okay? So, and the reason why I'm saying this is all tied in together is because she's out here lying to Robbie and lying to other people, lying her ass off. Here's the truth. Do I think any of you morons are going to actually listen to it? No, because it's more important to hate on me. But every single thing. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Somebody just sent me a text that said happy early birthday. We're not done. I wish we were done. We're not. Yeah, Shaq hot digging again. So let's see. Now, Monica, if you would like to have a war like this, we could. We could. Do you want me to? I mean, it almost seems like you want me to post all your information. Is that what you want? I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I'm asking you if that's what you want. Because you keep poking the bear. I don't think you have any idea how much trouble you're in. Yeah, back to coercion. She's nothing if not predictable. Isn't that the truth? All right, so let me look here. So we did that. Okay, so now we are going to, let me see, is this the one I need? Oh, I hear you. Somebody just sent me a text that said if they dox me, to the person who said that, just keep an eye on her channel, and more importantly, her comments, because she likes to sneak and dox people in comments because she thinks that she can hide it that way. Nobody will see it. That can tell on her. That's exactly what she said. In fact, I have the screenshot where she said, if it's on the hey Jocelyn, if it's on the internet, then it's fair game. Now, the other day after I talked about that, she's like, oh, I think I should have added some context or whatever. Oh yeah, okay. So now when it's going to be turned around on you, you need to add context. But when it was about me, anybody could do whatever the fuck they wanted to me, and in your eyes, it was all right. That's not how this plays, sweetheart. That is not how this plays. This is not going to go like you think it's going to go. Especially here, this is what really sinks her. And I'm so glad to get this before the final court date on the 28th. So now people who donated to help me get a lawyer, which I obviously got because the lawyer was right there beside me, right? Anybody who helped me in that regards, she is saying that she recommends that everyone start doxing all these people because of the stalking order against Mrs. P. And so what do you think I did with this nice little gift that was handed to me in a pretty package with a little bow on it? I sent it right along to the eyes that need to see it. Let's move on. Okay, where are we at here? I'm trying to see if, hold on. I had to look at something here. This is what happens. Like I said, I didn't have enough time to organize this the way I wanted to. Okay, why is this not opening? Oh, it's because it's already open. All right, so let me see where I'm at. Yep, she's going into the donation pages for noodles and getting names from the list of donators, and she looks them up on the web. That's exactly what she's doing. Yes, lady, which she is. So, all right, so now I'm going to show you what this, and I'm going to say more on because she is. She is. The lying. And all this, you guys, because she doesn't want me to have donations for my birthday. Literally, that's what all this is about. This was today. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. She's going through all the old funds, and she's already done it to one person. To those who now, okay, so little backstory. When Mrs. Portland would not stop after we got the stalking order, we called the police and we called my lawyer back. My lawyer said, so what you need to do is you need to civilly bring this before a judge again, which means a lawyer fund. So that's what we did. Jossam X is going through all the old fundraisers, because you can still look at them, like all the old PayPal fundraisers and stuff that I had to do, like for legal stuff. She's going through and they're getting the the real names from people who didn't donate anonymously. She's looking them up on the web, and she's exposing them. And she's admitting it. I mean, she's not even trying to hide it. Speaking of context, my lawyer who was sitting next to me when I brought you your present is named Monica. Fact. That is fucking hilarious. So I was like, I'm not going to do another fucking fundraiser because I was just like, oh my God. X led it was like fucking torches coming at me to light me on fire. It was crazy. So we were trying to figure out how to do this, and Be Good's like, I'm going to do it for you. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's probably going to cause a problem. And she's like, we're going to do it. It needs to be done. So when we found out that we didn't need to do what the lawyer said, we let everybody, well, Be Good let everybody know, because I told Be Good, I'm like, look, can't stop it, cancel the fund, because it's not going to work. Tell anybody if they want a refund, I will give them a refund back, every single person. Actually, what I said was, we'll refund every single person. Then I talked about it, and there were people who were like, please don't refund me, keep the money for whatever. Okay. Now this is this is what X posted. And you want to talk about out of context? This is what X posted. This is what Be Good had said. To those of you who told Noodle to keep your donation, thank you. You are helping her in a different way now. She will use these funds to either help her get a used vehicle so she can go to the beach again. Then she said the funds weren't needed for what we originally thought they were needed for. Trying to make it look like I was baiting and switching, right? Now I'm going to show you the actual fucking post that this little liar doesn't want you to see. She's so full of shit. I know she's over here telling Robbie all this. And Robbie's like, oh, tell me more. Because anybody who believes X, she's going to make a fool out of you. Thank you all this is from Be Good. Thank you all so much for everything each of you did to help Noodle out in this difficult time. We truly do have the best community. I'm grateful that I'm a part of this community that comes together when someone needs help. I want all of you to know how much you are appreciated. I know this situation has been stressful for everyone that cares about Noodle and her safety. And I know that this situation turned out a little differently than expected. To those of you who told Noodle to keep your donations, thank you. You are helping her in a different way now. She will use these funds to either help her get a used vehicle again so she can go to the beach again and not rely on finding a ride to go anywhere, or she will use him in case she needs a lawyer in the future. So thank you so much. And to those of you that requested a refund, thank you as well. The funds weren't needed for what we originally thought they were needed for, so it is completely understandable to ask for a refund. The fact that you were willing to help Noodle out really does mean a lot. Thanks again for everything. Be Good. And then this bitch, meaning Monica, has the fucking audacity to say that I kept all the money. Look, I am not going to tell anybody. I'm not going to give anybody's business out here. Okay. I refunded most of that money because people came to me and said, hey, I'd like that refund. And I sent it on to Be Good, and Be Good had them refunded. Fuck you for sitting here trying to say I stole fucking money from people when I didn't. Oh, thank you so much, Bulldog Mama. Was your ears burning? I was just talking about you today. No, I think it was all Be Good. I could be wrong, but who knows? No, I think it was all Be Good. But her stupid ass probably thought it was.
Yes,
and that's exactly. Yeah, and so we're going to show that. So then this stupid heifer says, and like I said, this all happened today. Thank you, Bulldog Mama. Thank you so much. I'm going to use it to do fun stuff on my birthday. Yes, it does fall under harassment and cyberstalking. Then she says the person who made this fund was exposed, ridiculed, and shamed by Noodle. Did you know? Pocket Sand or anyone care to elaborate in the comments? You stupid heifer. You are getting Be Good and Care D mixed up because, are you drinking again? You do know those are two totally different people. And you're damn right I came out here and talked about Care D, who didn't have anything to do with this fund as far as I know. Be Good did it all. I have never once spoke a bad word on Be Good. Not in private, definitely not in public. I adore Be Good. I still speak with Be Good. Now, if there's people who I refunded that wanna come in and say, "Hey, she refunded me," you are more than welcome to do so or comment on this video. But you don't have to, especially since what they're trying to do with doxing people who are donating. Now I'm going to say it again because X is trying to make it seem like she can see. If you donate to my Venmo, to my Cash App, or to my PayPal, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Somebody just sent a Cash App for my birthday. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm actually, yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping to get some pizza because I don't get it very often, and just some other stuff. Thank you so much. So, I forgot what I was saying.
Oh,
Hi, Beanie.
she's trying to say if you don't.
Oh, if she wants to make it seem like if you donate to my PayPal, my actual personal PayPal or Cash App or Venmo that's scrolling on the bottom, that she can like see that. She can't. Nobody can. I can. People also have the ability to donate anonymously too. Okay, so yes, pizza. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Oh, Bulldog Mom says the ladies that I've given necklaces to are still wearing them and getting compliments for your information. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much I needed to hear something like that today. Thank you. Thank you. I've been so yes, token donated. She sure the fuck did. Uh-oh, birthday donation. The world's gonna end. Okay. Sorry, Sean's over here like gesturing wildly, and I'm like, "What? Are you having a stroke? What's going on?" Um, so the real story for all those people that Monica tagged in there, again, if you want to see the actual screenshot of what Be Good said, there it is. So people that wanted donations, we gave them their donations, and it was more money was given back than than people asked me to keep. Which one about?
Mm-hmm.
I hope people are reporting that too, because that is not only is that against YouTube's TOS, but not like they care. I mean, YouTube themselves break their own fucking TOS, but it is against the law. It is against the law, and I'm going to say it again. Anybody, keep an eye on XTube. Keep an eye on her comments. Anybody who sees their name and it's associated with your YouTube name. Now be careful because she's a sly little bitch. And what she wants to do is she wants to post people's real names and then have them come up and go, "That's my name." Don't do that. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Because you don't have to worry about it. Right? If no one goes in there and says, "Oh, that's so and so," you're all good. Don't let her trick you into saying, "Oh, that's my name," or "You're doxing me." Nothing like that. Okay? Nothing. But your donations, as far as to my actual Cash Apps, cannot be seen by anybody other than me. Yep, repeated request equals felony. Sure does. And in her country, let me tell you, so there's two things. There's two, agencies we've reported to. We've reported to her local police, and I can never remember the name of it. John, what is it? We have to. We should have brought the papers up. It's another. John will find it. He'll go get the papers. Every time she does this, we make a report. Every single time.
I know I'm going to get it. I'm going to pronounce it wrong, and
No, you're going to pronounce it wrong. It's all right.
Nordic Gillens?
Huh? No, the place that's no. I'm talking there's two. We reported to
Oh, to the other one.
the organization.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's dangerous and yes against the law plus age. Doesn't know crazy or not in here. It's dangerous and all in. It is dangerous. Very dangerous. Um, my last step, and this, and I can say this legally. I don't have a problem with it. Is we have checked. It's within my legal right to say this, especially since um, we have clips of her saying that her husband has helped her on some of those videos that she used to make about me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We will send a cease and desist for both her and her husband.
See that?
Yeah.
Data il submit.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. There's the actual.
Mhm.
It's called data protection. There it is.
Danish data.
Yeah, I know, but you pointed. Hold on one sec. And now I forgot it already. Don't want that called Danish Data Protection Agency. I'm not going to try and pronounce what it is in the Danish word for it, but I'm sure Monica can tell you. Lavina says the donation thing drives me crazy. I realize it's a bit different if it's for a specific purpose and then is it needed, but a donation is a tip. If I give a donation, I don't think about it again, right? I know, right? I mean, it's just, ugh. She is the leader. She's crazier than Lufa, and that's pretty fucking bad because Lufa nuts. Lufa's like squirrel nuts. I mean, nuts. So I did all that. Now we're going to actually get to the meat of today. I think. Let me see. Like I said, it's a pain in the ass that I did not get this done in time. So we did that one. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. That's the next one we need. What is this? Oh, and by the way, for those of you wondering, when how we knew when everybody who wanted a refund wanted it back, I think Be Good put up there. It was something like a week, 2 weeks or something. I can't remember. There was a timeline. She was like, "Let us know by midnight, whatever." And then we went on even longer just to make sure. You know what the money went on? I still drive the same piece of shit car. The money went on to fixing that car, though. So there is that. Let's see. What is that? Hold on. Sorry. Doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo. Mhm. Okay. Now we're on to the crazy Lupa part of our program. Hey, Nav. Nav, check this shit out. Why don't you leave it up there? She can read it, right? Y'all can read it again. Now, remember I said there's two reasons why this is happening, and one of them is because it's my birthday. The other reason this stuff is happening is because at the end of this month is court. And some people I think are a little bent out of shape. And they're trying anything they can do, threatening to have me jailed, threatening to bring a lawsuit against me, threatening to dox my supporters, threatening all this stuff. And it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You can't stop the court. You can't stop the court case. If she violates it again, I'll turn around and have her arrested again. Quicker than you can say, what the fuck was that? It's the way it's gonna go. Okay. Will you let them know that I'm doing that now? That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Um,
Hold on
they
one
want-
sec, guys. We're coordinating something.
They want that.
That's who they asked for?
No, they want. Give me a second.
Hold on, guys. Let me mute this. Okay, sorry guys. We're trying to organize something here. So now we're gonna move, like I said, we're gonna move into the loofah part of this program. Let's see what happened. Now, those of you remember IP address gate, where I said, "Hey, I know who CTHC is." Y'all remember that? Now, before I forget, I want to publicly thank Wyoming Adventures for not only being one of just like 3 people who spoke out against what Robbie did to me, but also not going back in. You know, it means a lot to me that you were like, you know, hey, I can't be in here and listen to that, and I appreciate you standing up and saying something to other people that may not have known what was going on. That was amazing. And hold on, my phone is going crazy. That was amazing. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Wyoming. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but hold on. I'm having to download a picture real quick for somebody, and for some reason it doesn't want to. Did you send it as an attachment? You did, right?
Know.
Huh?
Should know. Did it?
I got it now. Well, no, it wasn't showing up at all. It was like not wanting to. Yeah, it was crazy. No, I don't want. Oh my god. La 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 la. All right. Sorry, I'm getting annoyed. Getting annoyed with my phone. All right. So let's see here. Let's go up to here. There we go. Please download. There we go. God. Sorry, guys. I know you're waiting on me. We're getting there. I promise you. Okay, so. I don't have that.
Yep.
Is she in here?
Uh,
So we've got a guest coming. So first off, though, let's talk about this. Tula says, so I just found out it was Milan. You know, how dumb do you have to be to not be able to know how to spell Milan? I find that weird. Anyway, so I just found out that it was Milan that guaranteed I was CTHC. Lied and said she had access to IPs via law enforcement. No, that never happened. Loofah's confusing what Loofah did. That's what Loofah said she had was law enforcement software to bust alts, not Milan. She says, listen, Milan, you bitch, you ain't shite and you know no one. You crackpot bitch. Glossing your own bullshit. So you lied to Noodle Mash that made an ass of her. Where are you? C word. Hand to God. As God is my witness, Milan never gave me anybody's IP address ever. In fact, nobody told me anything. I've had your information, Lufa, for a long time. And I'm not the only one. I could name, top of my head, I can name 7 people who have the information because you were so hated for what you were doing, that your information was being passed around like, I don't know, like a bottle of beer at a frat party. Okay. You just, a lot of people don't like you. Milan gave me no information about you. Then she says, show proof for us, or shut the fuck up. I'm reporting you to the FBI because you're using the reflection. You ain't shit. Your lies put my life in danger. You incited death threats based on a lie. No one gave you a death threat, you freaking freak. No one did. Sit in jail and think about your behavior and write a 3-page apology to me ASAP. And then this stupid tried to say that now Milan has a police record and that there's a warrant out for her arrest.
When she comes.
She comes to California or wherever the fuck she said. Yeah. Sorry. No. Nope. That's not how that works. That is not how that works.
For somebody who calls the police and the FBI and everybody so often,
I know, right? She should know how that works, right? Right. I know, right? You ready? All right, honey. Let me show one more thing here. The only person that is showing or that is talking about having special software to find out people's alts is Lufa. Let me see. Where's it at? Well, I know I had it. Now I can't find it. Anyway, y'all seen that. You saw where she said it. If I need to bring it up again, I can. All right. So let me get this up here. Let me get back to the chat. This is the first time I'm going to have anybody. Some of a bitch just says, I don't know. I don't know why they do that. Okay. So this will be the first time I've ever tried to have somebody on a panel. So this is only for right now. This is only for Milan. Nobody else. See if that'll work. I hope it works. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. I've never had anybody on the software up here. Let me make sure before anything is clicked on that there's an overlay up just in case, maybe. I don't know, I can't see. Did it work for her or no? Hey, Moose. Did you see what your old friend Monica's up to? I hope it worked. How am I supposed to know if it worked? Yeah, I don't know if it worked. Hopefully it did. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, so she's still alive. Yep. And while we're waiting to see if Milan can click that link, I'll post this up for you to read it. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I'm not seeing anything anywhere. It's not working for her. Okay. Do you want to copy it and send it to her maybe in a text and see if that'll work? Can you do that? I don't know why it's not working. Does it say anything to you or just do nothing? If you can call that living, right? Did you send it to her in another way?
I'm gonna have to. It's like,
Is it super long? Okay, well hold on. Then let me. Yeah, I don't know. You would think, Moose. You would think. I don't know. I think what she's going to end up doing is pushing my hand, and then I'm going to have a lawyer write her and her husband a cease and desist. I she's leaving me really no choice. I mean, threatening um, and she is, and she's gone through. She's starting to name real. She's posted real names of people who've donated. She's already done it. So, oh, did you try and went through? Why didn't I see it? Maybe it's me. Like I said, I've never done this. God, maybe it's me. I hope it's not me. Oh, wait. Oh, who is this? All right, hold on here. Hello? Is she talking? It is a learning curve. Yeah, it is. Honey, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Sorry, I know there's something happening. Some weird things going on. People's phone. I was following your stuff for a while there. Boy, you sure seem to find the weird ones, Moose. You really do.
Yeah.
Anything, Milan? No sound, no nothing. You can hear both separately. We heard her initial hello. Okay. I'll try. I didn't. I can't hear her at all. How come I can't hear her? Somebody tell me why. Okay, Milan, talk again. Grapefruit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna drop off. Anything? Can you guys still hear me? I'm amazed at the results that you've had with your working out. It's crazy, insane. Keep it up. Good job. Well, shoot, it's important that Milan get in here. Yeah, I didn't mute her, so I'm not sure what's going on. Or her mic isn't selected. Yeah, something. Honey, will you tell her to hop back down and make sure that she grants permission for audio? Yeah, because her bubble's not bubbling or nothing, so we can't hear anything. Ooh, Del Monte. Oh my gosh, best fruit ever. Up there she went. I wish I could. I wish I could test this to see if it's me or her. But I don't think anybody else wants to grab that link. Oof. I don't think it's me. I've got all my. It looks like all my stuff is good to go. Good to go. I have no idea why I'm piping up. Really, Moose? That's amazing. Well, no, it's true though. If you don't select the mic, then we won't hear. Really, Moose? That's amazing. Like a bodybuilding. Nothing, huh? I've not seen her yet. Poor Milan. Might be her phone. She uses a phone, so it very well could be her phone is acting up. Okay, so now let's look. Oh, all right. So there's Milan. Okay, she's bubbling, but I can't hear her.
Can you hear me?
There.
Yes, I hear you.
I selected the mic. I don't know what's going on. It's been a day. What can I say, right?
It has been. You want me to put that picture up that you sent me?
Oh yeah, just I guess everything's about receipts and proof and what have you. Sure, yeah. And hopefully everybody else will follow suit and show their back studio and show their alts, right? Follow the
Well,
leader.
you'd think, but in this community, who the hell knows? And ain't nobody got a shred of integrity no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there it is. Milan has no alts.
No, I've been here for 7 years. I've never had an alt account, one account. I don't if I'm going to say something, I want you to know it's coming from me. I don't play this game. so
Exactly.
so when people are saying, "Oh, Milan hasn't been around," well, she's around under an alt. No, she's not. I'm nowhere in this sector. Nowhere. And I'm going to continue. And the only reason why I'm here tonight is because of the problem that's obviously occurred. And I want to clear the air. So
Well, the floor is yours. I'll leave you to it. I
well, I
already.
mean, it's really, really simple. I mean, I had a channel telling a community full of people that I'm paying people to have them taken out, that I killed my friend. I mean, all the most grotesque, disgusting things that you could say about somebody. Okay, I get it. You go at Amy, you go at Noodle. What's the best way to do it? You involve me, right? You can't trigger them, so you go at me. Cool. I don't involve myself. I'm not going to play the back and forth game, the back and forth game. I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't matter. I don't hear it. I don't see it. I don't watch this shit. I mean, when did I find out all this bullshit? Last night? I had no idea the live took place. I had no idea. Unlike other people, the friendships I have, we don't just strictly talk about YouTube. There's a friendship. Talk about the weather and life and food and what you did for the day, your relationship, life, not YouTube. This cesspool filled sledge. That's all it is, right? So, of course, I mean, because in this community, if you defend yourself or if you give it an opinion and anybody has your information, the cops get called, CPS gets called, your home, your first and last name, alt accounts with your family's information, everything you can think of, because we can't just go back and forth with words, right? So you have to go into somebody's life and put it on display and put them in danger because they said something you don't like. I don't want any part of this shit. I'm embarrassed that I participated for the 7 years that I did. With that being said, when threats were being made and things were being said, of course I made a police report. I had to. I've worked too hard for the things in my life. I mean, one of the gyms I worked at was being discussed publicly, whatever, right? So I gave the names to my police department that I needed to give to protect myself, my family, my job, things I have in my life. If you make a police report and you show evidence of criminal activity and you ask your detective, hey, here is the channel name, here's the link to their channel, can you let me know? Google's out of California. Now, it could be the person behind the account, it could be your neighbor, it could be the guy down the road, it could be Google. We don't know. That's all that was told, was the account attached to that is out of California. I don't know anything about trolling. I don't know anything about alt accounts. I don't know anything about this shit. I don't want to know. So I told 2 people that. Now, did I think that account was Lufa? Of course I did. Of course I did. I mean, we've seen the behavior that she's displayed over all these years. It was, now the violence has amped up. I don't look at the channel. I don't whatever. I'm sure there's people that watch it, whatever. Well, that was 7 months ago. Okay, I get that it is probably dangerous to publicly announce that somebody's behind a channel, especially if they're innocent. That's why I myself didn't go public with it. Never said a word. I told 2 people. Well, how the person said it was what wasn't conveyed in the way that it's being presented, right? So Tiffany took it upon herself to tell Lufa, who we all know how Lufa operates. I mean, she stays on somebody for 2-3 years. Now, Tiffany said it was dangerous for somebody, which she's correct. It is dangerous to imply somebody is an account or something without proof, without whatever. But isn't it equally as dangerous? Now, I didn't say it publicly. I told 2 friends. Isn't it equally as dangerous for Tiffany to accuse Glenn and Trisha of being in the account? That was said publicly. So what are we doing over here? To get back at Amy? And why did she wait 7 months to tell her? Why didn't she email her with the second she heard about it in a private chat? Private. And she took it upon 7 months later after finding out about it to let her know. We know what's happening and it's not going to work. So moving forward, Lufa made a public statement that she made a police report about me. I've never dealt with the police my whole life until I came to YouTube. So I took it upon myself. I called her police department. I let them know what was going on. I made a report. I let them know what she's doing. And I'm not going to address this again. I'm not going to go back and forth with her. This is what I'm saying about it. So anything, listen, I don't care. You can call me a man. And honestly, that's a compliment. I worked very hard to have a body like a man. And I have a shelf full of trophies for my hard work. I mean, I guess if you go to a gym and you work out, maybe you can look like a man too. I don't know. And now we're ripping me because of the eggs I eat. Well, how do you think I got to 6.5% body fat? You got to eat a lot of eggs, a lot of protein, a lot of chicken, a lot of yogurt. You don't get that by eating gas station food at 3 o'clock in the morning and cereal and donuts. I mean, what are we talking about over here? So I look like a man, which I find, and then I'm being compared to China. I wish I looked like China. She's a badass bitch. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm a fitness bikini competitor. Big difference. I wish I looked like China. Perfect body, beautiful person. She was one of my inspirations, along with Corey Everson. They're all over my walls. So I found that to be a compliment. Thank you, whoever said that about me. But it doesn't insult me. You know what I mean? Like, I've had out of shape people tell me that my whole life is an insult. Doesn't work.
Can I interject
it's actually
real quick?
It's a compliment. I love hearing that.
When you say, because people are going to jump all over this, I know they are. I want to clarify. When she says when Milan says she talked to 2 people, she did not give any IP addresses.
No,
correct?
I don't have I don't even know what
Exactly.
an IP address is. I gave the channel link to the detective who I made the report to let them know what was going on. What is an IP address? I don't even know what it is.
I know. I'm trying to explain to people, no offense to Milan, but she is not tech savvy. I'm not
at all.
But I just want to make it clear because I can just see people later going, well, Noodle Mask said that she didn't get any information from Milan. And now Milan's saying that she talked to 2 people or blah, 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 blah.
I told 2 friends about my visit to the detective in my state to let them know what was going on. 2 people I trusted. Well, in a conversation, and now the way it was presented like Amy just portrayed me, and she's telling all my. I'm not involved with the Amy and the Tiffany and all that fight. I wasn't in that group chat. I've never been in a Discord. I don't do private chats. I don't do group chats. I've been in one mod chat in my life, and that was yours. And we see how well that turned out. I don't get involved in this. I don't want to be left the fuck out of it. Leave me alone. Move on. Move
You
along.
haven't even been here. You haven't even been here.
No, I haven't. I didn't even know this all happened till last night. When I do come on YouTube, I don't come, and I love you, but I don't even come to your chat. If something needs to happen, I watch over. But other than that, I don't want any part of this. This is disgusting. It's gross. This isn't drama. This is sick. Talk about body parts and no teeth and balding and breath and I mean, how do these people think the people feel that are sitting in chats? Everybody struggles with a weight issue. I work on clients every day that are struggling, or mental health issues, or disabilities. What are we doing over here? Be diligent. What kind of indelible mark do you want to leave on society? This is what you want to be remembered by? No, thank you. I'm out. I want no part of this. Leave my name out of it. I'm not involved in this bullshit. I did not give an IP address, and because this woman, this person made a public statement that she made a police report, which is a false one. California police, their laws are different than ours. They're not going to take too kindly. You don't make, well, I don't care. I don't know if she's lying. I don't know the lunatic.
Well,
I don't want to know her. I covered my ass. You saying you're making a police report over secondhand information when you don't know the context of the conversation? No, that's not what happened. I don't understand why my name can what's going on over here? What's happening? I don't care about the insults. I don't care. Talk about me till you're blue in the face. But when you affect and I gave the names to my detective. So there's only a couple people on this platform that actually know my real information. And if any of it gets out, I know exactly who to go to, and I will address it. I'm going to protect myself, my family, my job, my home. Just like you are a carrier and you go to a place where you don't feel safe, you protect yourself, right? I'm a gun holder. Just like anything else. It's not about being a Karen. It's about we're dealing with unhinged, not sound, mentally well people that have no boundaries. There's no limits what these people will do. Record phone calls, play them like they're at a bachelor party, having a good old time, showing. I mean, what are we doing over here? And everybody's cool now. I didn't even know Tiffany was friends with Lufa. Last I heard, they were going at each other and she was threatening to do this and this back. Okay, cool. Everybody's friends. Don't care. Just leave me the fuck out of it. That's all I want. I did not pass along the IP address. I don't even know what it is. And leave my brother-in-law, because my family, I don't go to my brother-in-law with any of this YouTube bullshit. I went to him one time when a law was being broken back a few years ago. Everybody knows the story. It was taken care of and everybody moved along. One of the reasons why I left. Who would want their family member involved in this?
Right.
So they constantly bring him into it over and over and over, just like they do with Amy's stepdad. Leave him out of it. He's got nothing to do. I don't go to him for anything. I have detectives in the police department in my city that I go to. I don't go to them with this unless I have to.
I don't understand why people bring you into this. You haven't even been around.
I don't either.
It's and Tiffany, I don't know what your issue is. I really don't. But
She
you're
did that
saying,
to get at Amy. That's why she did it, and
well,
she
yeah,
used
yeah.
me.
Well, she's trying to cause a
Right,
problem. She wants to
right.
cause a problem between you and Amy. She wants to cause a problem
Well,
between me and
not
Amy. I
gonna.
mean,
It's
that's
not gonna happen.
obvious.
So
No, it's not going to happen at all. It's just not going to happen. I don't care what anybody, as far as I go, because my name was mentioned in that too, in that clip, which I forgot to put up here. But um, I, me saying what I said about Lufa and her IP address had absolutely nothing to do with Milan. That's what I said before Milan even came up here. IP address, real address, all of that. Number one, you can't
what
get
is an
anybody.
IP address? What
It's
what
it's
is
just
that?
it's like your internet fingerprint. It's like every internet connection, or like every Wi-Fi, when you go to connect to something, it makes an IP address. Okay,
Like the phone number you call.
Okay.
it's like the phone number you're calling from, in real basic, like. And there, people like Loof and stuff, they think, oh, for sure you can get people's, addresses, like home address and stuff that way. And
No,
yeah,
you
no,
cannot.
nobody here is doing that. Yeah. And so for Tiffany to pop off with well, Noodle Mesh got some information and ran with it. No, honey, I didn't. In fact, for the longest time, Milan and I were on differing views on who CTHC was, were we not?
Yes, we were. I have my
And
opinion on who it is, and
yeah,
what you do is it's not going to happen overnight. Everybody has a digital footprint. You get an attorney, if criminal activity is happening, you have them subpoena it, and then that takes time. But eventually, everything will come to fruition in terms of what's happening. You're not, unless you're underseas. It's going to come out. And either way, I don't give a shit. Let them, I
right.
don't care what anybody says. Stay away from my real life. Keep it to the platform. Have your fun. And what was that community post? What's a bish? What is that? You're
That's
gonna insult me.
Lufa
What is that, a
thinking that
fish?
she's no, it's Lufa trying to think that she's a gangster in her 20s and not a dried up prune in her fucking 50s, and she's acting like
Oh,
she's this gangbanger. It means bitch. She's just too scared to say bitch.
okay.
Or she doesn't know how to spell it. Like she calls you Milan. I think she does that because she doesn't know how to spell Milan. I think
Mm,
that's how she thinks it's spelled. She's just,
okay.
we're dealing with somebody with not just limited intelligence, which, and nobody come at me because I have very limited intelligence. I'm about as dumb as they get.
That is
But
not true. Stop saying that.
but I'm not mean. I'm not fucking mean. Lufa is freaking mean. I mean mean.
Well, she's been at this game for years since I've been here. She was here before I came. It's been a pattern. I mean, it's just like I told you, nobody's left here. Everybody's gone. Who wants to deal with this bullshit, right? There's going to be somebody else because there always has to be somebody. This is an euphoria that people enjoy. This is an enjoyment for people. It's like their guilty pleasure. As sick as that sounds, it's an irrefutable fact. That's just how life, it's just, I want no part of this. This is not what my goal was. We all came here, right? For the same agenda. It was the Watts case. Then you make friends, then you get involved, then I mean, it wasn't like this years ago. You would do your panel wars and, you would go at this person and that person, and it was a good time, and just got progressively worse and worse and worse. This behind the scenes shit, and this, honestly, everybody that I associate knows what I'm okay with and what I'm not okay with. I've never looked up a human being in my life, even people that were digging into my real life, right? I don't believe in that bullshit. As far as kids, everybody knows that's a topic, that's a sore subject. Animals. I've been screaming that for years. I mean, there's videos of me saying just that, right? It's just, I left for a reason. I was gone a year, 2 years ago? And then I came back when all the bullshit blew up with Amy and you, whatever. We did our thing. And another thing I wanted to say real quick, I was going to ask Tiffany if she wouldn't mind unprivating a live for me that I was on the panel, because it'll exonerate some bullshit that's resurfacing. Because on that stream that I jumped up at 3 o'clock in the morning, there was a clip, and I don't like talking about this, but it needs to be, because it's the accusations are flying everywhere. of Nikki's daughter, stating her siblings, her grandmother has never spoken to any person from YouTube, meaning anybody. On Private the Live, it's right there. I mean, Tiffany did an 1.5 hour live on it. It was public. It's not like I'm saying anything, whatever. I mean, go at somebody for what they've done. I mean, you can't invent things in your mind and then spin them around and make them factual. I don't know what Amy did 5, 6, 7, 10, 25 years ago. I've been friends with her for over 3 years. She doesn't do that shit around me, okay? Doesn't happen. And YouTube isn't on the forefront of our conversations. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Over it. So I don't know about all these things at this and it's Amy. Night and day, all day. Don't care. I know what I've experienced in my friendship. If I was going to judge and gauge people on their past or what people say, we wouldn't have a friend. We wouldn't be in a relationship. Everybody has a past. Everybody does. Everybody's made mistakes. We're not living in 2019. 2019, it's gone. It flew away. Bye-bye. We're in the now. And it's the same shit. It's redundant. We get it. Who on this platform hasn't dug into somebody, background checked, called a family member, looked into somebody, said some horror? Everybody's made mistakes. You move on, you evolve, and you go along with your day. And you can't be a hypocrite and call anybody out for doing something that you yourself have done. I can say I've never done it, so I can talk about it because I nor would I ever. If I have a problem that needs to be addressed, you go to your police department. You give them the information and they take care of it. I would feel like I was like one of those window washers hanging onto somebody's window, digging into their life. I wouldn't do that. But that's me though. Doesn't mean it has to be you, the guy down the road. I don't operate like that because I don't care enough.
You know how you know that you have real friends that you may have met on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, that you have conversations that the majority of the time it's not about YouTube or any social media.
I don't even want to talk. Every time I come on here, I feel like I want to, I don't even want to come on here. And I wouldn't be here tonight had this not been brought to my attention last night. I'm not going to sit here and let somebody, I don't care about the name calling. I don't care. Saying I look like a man, I find it as a compliment. I worked hard for that, right? What woman doesn't want to have muscle in her legs and a 6-pack of abs and muscles in her arms and a butt like a bowling ball? Every woman wants that. It's hard work. It's not an insult. Saying I look like somebody I've idolized since I walked in the gym when I was a teenager, it's not an insult. I love China. She's my inspiration. I have her on my walls. Her, Corey Everson, all of them women. I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't think I could ever look like her. I'd like to. I just wouldn't do what it took to get there. But it's not insulting to me. I played the clips that I gave for my coworkers and for the people in the gym, and they're like, is this supposed to be insulting you? I said, I don't know. They're like, man, that's what women in the industry, that's their goal. Because look how men are built. They got, men I know, they have abs, they got big shoulders, they got huge legs, they're 6'4". That's how they're built. My fiance's legs, they look like a tree trunk. I was telling him that today. I'm like, your legs literally? Oh my God. Anyways.
It's a compliment when they're telling you, oh, you're built like a man or you have muscles like a man.
I love hearing that. I love it.
Well, it's basically they're acknowledging your hard work that you've done to keep your body fit, trim, and healthy.
3 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Jeez. Yeah. Boy, that's some dedication. As I sit here looking over at that donut on the counter.
But you know what, Shannon? It's just flesh. People
honey,
talk
I
about
don't care. I really don't care.
It's it's taboo. It's skin. If it's not your lifestyle, women, all my guy friends, they can't, and I'm not thin, but they can't stand thin women. They want a woman with a butt and curvaceous and the hips and they want a body. Who wants to play around with a telephone pole? Any guy friend I have, which most of them are bodybuilders, they don't want a telephone pole body. It's gross to them. They want a woman with a stomach and a butt and legs and a woman's body. That's hot. Telephone
That's true.
poles, to my friends, it doesn't matter if you're skinny, you're chubby, you're overweight. Beauty is an eye of the beholder. It's what you got in your heart and your soul, not what you got on the. Who gives a shit what somebody looks on the outside? I can do it, and I don't do it. I've never been like that. I think it's gross. It's an unintelligent argument to go at somebody's looks. It's stupid,
Yeah,
you know, in my opinion. But each to his own, I suppose. I just have never been the one, and I do it for a living, so I take it offensively because I see clients every day with tears in their eyes thanking me for, you know the one client I had. When I got her 15 years ago, she's 5'2". She weighed 262 pounds. We weighed her in, I don't know, a month ago. She's down to 151.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And that's my work. I always tell her, she's like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm like, that's my work. I did that. I'll take credit for that. Thank you.
Justin says, I'm built like a millipede, so there's that. I hear you. I'm always saying that I don't wear bikinis because if I do, it's going to look like 2 rubber bands on an egg. But I joke, but I don't. The reason why I joke is because I don't care, because all of us human beings, right? It's about our soul. It's about our heart. We're not a number on a scale. We're not a number on a scale. We're not a number in a bank account. We're not, lives are made up. Numbers are irrelevant. Your worth is not dictated by the weight that a scale puts out.
I don't know. Off subject. I just bought this body spray that I don't. Do you ever hear of Versace?
Oh
my
yeah.
God. Oh, so my fiance bought it for me for my birthday, and it's like my favorite. Well, Bath and Body Works are having a huge sale, and it's called All Eyes on Her. And this body spray, and I think it was $12. It smells just like that purple Versace. It's a dupe.
Oh,
so
wow.
I bring that with me to and they have buy 3 get 1. Oh my God, it smells so good. Oh, I just sprayed it. Sorry.
I love Bath and Body Works. By the way, that reminds me, not to talk about private stuff really, but you had said something on the other day. We were talking on the phone. You were talking about the pineapple coconut tropical smell.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, please. Go
ahead.
Want
that? I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that is my favorite smells on earth. Apple cinnamon and tropical, like pineapple coconut is like my favorite smell.
Me
and
too.
Actually my favorite flavor. I love tropical smells. And I'm
too.
a big believer of aromatherapy. I think it matters what you have in your house or what you have in your car or whatever space that that you're in, that a certain sense will trigger, like childhood memories, and certain sense will trigger fun times. I'm a firm believer that aromatherapy is a good way to try and make your mental health better.
Okay, but you have to just you know how I roll all these years. You have to look up and be careful what essential oils you're using, because a lot of them can be toxic to cats.
Oh, I don't use essential oils. I'm not talking about oils. I'm talking about like air fresheners or car air fresheners or wax melts. I don't mess with essential oils because they, some are great, some are dangerous. And you could have an essential oil in your home and have a pregnant woman come in, and you just caused a big problem. So I don't mess with essential oils. I'm talking about, my thing is I like candles, but I like wax melts more because candles kind of burn dirty, even soy ones. So I like the wax melts. I have a wax melt in all the bedrooms, all 7,000 bedrooms that I have, by the way, and my living room and stuff like that. I always have the little wax melts that it just smells good, and they're not.
Did you ever hear of I'm probably going to say it wrong, Nag Chamba?
Oh, Nag Champa. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just got that, and it's a soy base. It's a coconut oil, soy based. It's just, I I put that in every room. See, I'm cautious because of my babies.
Yeah.
With my first one, you learn after each pup, right?
Right.
But I put it like in my get ready room, bedroom, and then in the living room on the fireplace, and then the bathroom because they don't really go in my bedroom bathroom. So like in
Right.
this area, I won't do it. So I'll use like coconut based stuff. But it's wonderful. It's like a patchouli, amber, musk type smell. It smells so good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've smelled that
Yeah,
in
I will
Tampa.
send you definitely. It's pineapple because I put that in the bathroom because I don't want because I spend a lot of time in the bathroom, you do your skincare, whatever. I didn't want it like the plug in my face. So it's a
Right.
pineapple coconut banana. And it's literally
Oh,
a car
yum.
air
Oh,
freshener. Yeah, it smells
yeah.
really
See,
good.
I love those so much. I have one in my car. Y'all remember what was her name? Cotton Candy
Cotton candy
Boobs.
boobs. I was just
Remember
thinking
her?
about her. Where has she been?
I have no idea. I was just thinking about it too because she sells like air fresheners and crap like that for your car, or she used to. And I had gotten one from her. That's I love skulls, right? And it's a skull. It's a glass skull, and she fills it with some sort of aroma oil, and it works as like a diffuser. It comes through this wooden top, and she had given. I think it was a pineapple. It was pineapple something. That sucker lasted forever. We just took it out, and what lasted a year in my car. I mean, yeah, that stuff was so good. I don't know whatever happened to her. I was thinking about her though the other day, so I was
Yeah.
like, "Shit, I wish she was still around. I need to buy me some more of those."
Yeah, I haven't been float. I don't know. I mean, she could still be around, but like if I go in a chat periodically, it's way over, on the other side, whatever, that, you'll see some people and I haven't really seen her that name pop up.
Yeah, I
So
haven't seen her in.
maybe
Yeah.
she's another one that hit the bricks and said, fuck this.
Well, she might have. We've lost so many good people already. Nav
Yep,
says,
sure have.
Nav says, I can't have candles lit at the moment with the puppy. He's 100 pounds of wrecking ball. Yeah, see, with pork, if the cats are in the living room, I can't. And when I light a candle, it's got to be right next to me because my cat, I love my cats, but they're dumb they're dumb as rocks. They would literally come
Yeah.
up and try to smack the flame. So that's why, if I don't want it to be right next to me, I use a wax melt. I think it was Castiel that sat. Remember when Castiel sat on the wax, the melted wax, and I lost my shit. I thought, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and he's gonna lick this off. He's gonna die. So I'm calling all these animal poison control and blah blah, and they're like, oh no, that happens all the time. And they're like, what kind, do you have? And I told them, and they were like, yep, non-toxic. You're just gonna have to cut the fur off him. So he walked around looking like a blind person had given
No.
him a haircut. That poor baby, he looked awful because it was just on like his one butt cheek and the backs of his legs, and it didn't hurt him because it doesn't get hot enough to hurt. They got a low melt point, so they just so it's not going to burn them or anything, but it just it's in there. It took forever for me to get that out of his fur because you're going to do it a little at a time because then no cat really wants you hacking on them with scissors. They tolerate it for a minute and then like, okay, I'm going to go, or I'm going to open a vein on you. But
Yeah,
so
it's a riot with my babies because you know how they look. They got the long bushy hair and the ponytails and oh yeah. So it seemed like that's all I do on my free time it's just dogs. And you should see the fight. Oh my God, the fighting is just they are so spoiled. I could only imagine if I would have had kids. Spoiled, right? And they rule it. They rule my life. It's all about them.
Yeah.
Which that's the way it should be if you're going to be an animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
That
well,
reminds me
I'm
of one
glad that we got I mean, I got it cleared up, and I hate that it had to come, but I got to protect myself.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
you do. Yeah, you do. You have to protect yourself.
So
You do. You have to protect yourself, and you should.
and I don't appreciate what was done. I thought that was really rotten and really shitty. I have nothing to do with it. I mean, I gave her the benefit of the doubt because I don't like to judge anybody, right? You give somebody one shot. With me anyway, you got one shot with me. And that was purposely done. Come on. You wait 7 months to bring it out and say, I'm not trying to cause a problem, but and she knew that the context. I mean, she delivered it like it was a way to throw me under the bus, and it wasn't.
Assume that that's what I was talking about. You know what I mean? Just to assume that what I had found out that it had anything to do with you. And that's what just gets me is this was all assumption. And everybody freaking ran with it like it was a fact.
Right.
And that's the problem with this community is nobody
I
bothers.
can't give something out that I don't even know. I don't know what, and I
Right? How
don't.
would you exactly?
I
Exactly.
gave a channel to a person that was making criminal accusations about me that, well, I'm assuming that I might know this person. I have my own opinion on who I think it is, and I don't speak publicly without facts,
Right.
you know, but everybody has a digital footprint. You are,
Yep.
unless you're in, and even if you're underwater in scuba gear, it's going to follow you somewhere, somehow, you know?
Yep.
At this point in time, I don't give a shit. But at the time, it was pretty bad. And there were some heavy accusations being hurled that were, that in my opinion, were criminal. I protected myself. I gave my detective the names of people that I feel that were capable of going real life, getting involved, what have you. So if anything comes to fruition, those names were given and we'll move accordingly. Other than that, have a nice life. I don't even
It's a
know
paper
these people
trail.
that are,
It's a paper trail,
you know
is
what I
what
mean?
it
Like
is.
the people that are bringing up my name, I don't even know who they are because I'm friends with Amy. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What
That's pretty much it. You know, it there's a
when
reason why
CJ
good
when
people left.
CJ passed, that was my permanent walking papers. I don't want any part of any of this. I don't. I don't.
Yeah. I
I
don't blame you.
support. I love the people I love. I don't want to be involved. I mean, that was the last straw for me. I lost two. I've known CJ again, same people. I've been friends with the same people. Megan VR, CJ, yourself, as long as you've been here. You know, Amy, over 3 years. I mean, I don't. You know, I've lost a couple on the way, and I wish them the best. Friends aren't disposable. I don't play the friendship shuffle game every 6 months, and then, you know, get in this group and throw that group on. You know, that's not how I roll, right? Friendship, when I
Right.
call you my friend, it means something to me. It's solid. And I don't, I'm not, I don't move like this. This is not something that I want any part of. Okay. Y'all's fights, y'all fight, keep me the fuck out of it. I wasn't involved in that situation. I don't go, that's not me. I don't do any of this shit. Group chats, discords, I want no part of any of it. Just leave me alone. And the people that are speaking on me, I don't even know who they are. Never interacted with the people. I don't even know you. What are you doing? What are
Oh
you
well,
doing?
come on. In this community, they don't have to know you. I mean, you know, you said two words on the internet or on YouTube or
Oh,
something, and they know who you are. They know the kind of family you have. They know everything. They know more about you than you know yourself. I mean, that's how they act.
right. Well, I came here and did what I could to be, you know, to help as many people as I could, right? That's what you're supposed to do. And that gets thrown in your face. And the same people that are calling you up, I mean, what a disgusting, uncouth, vile word. You're calling me a pay pig? Okay. No.
Uh,
And I don't do stuff publicly. One person was kind enough to speak publicly about what I've done for certain people. I do it privately because I don't like people knowing what I do. Because I don't do it for show. I do
well,
it from
it's
my
no one's
heart.
business anyway. It's
Well,
just not. It's
apparently it
their business
is.
either.
Apparently
Well,
it
they.
is. When I don't talk about nightly how much money I gave this person or that person or did this or do that. I help people when I can, and I'm not a millionaire, right? My fiance is very comfortable. I have, you know, I was smart, but we have our own bills. You have a condo you know, we own both of our vehicles. You want to have a nest egg, you want to make investments, you want to retire, you know, I have my own life. If I can help you, I'll help you privately. So
Right.
I don't understand this.
It's
Weird.
jealousy. What it's
Very
jealousy.
creepy,
What it
actually, if
is,
you want, if I'm honest. Very creepy.
and it's absolutely disgusting. The people that and there was more than one that said that Milan had paid me and other people to do horrible, dirty things, and
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
absolutely no fucking proof of anything like that. Just pulling shit out of your ass and flapping your gums about something that is so far from reality. It's not. I mean, it's not even in the hemisphere of reality. That is so disgusting and so fucking disrespectful. And I'm sorry, it hinges on jealousy because you're beautiful, because you're fit, because you work hard for your money. You've got a fiance who works his ass off for his money. You guys
Sure
aren't
does.
you guys aren't millionaires, but you're doing okay for you too, and your dogs, and and people on here can't stand that. Their insecurities make them want to lash out and try to make you and me and other people look bad because there's something about us that they don't have that they want to have and can't. And I'm obviously not talking about riches because I'm a poor ass church mouse, but you know what I mean. It's just it's insecurities, whether it's money or it's looks or it's something. People have to bring other people down, and
Yeah.
it's so
That's what
disgusting.
it's looking like. I mean, what's the best way to rise above, right? If you can't rise above, pull that person down. Look for people in your life that are going to throw that life raft out and lead you to shallow water, not to the nearest shark, not to push your head under. That's what
Yep.
I look for in people. That's what I try to be for people. You, the way that I see it, because I don't have any other choice. I view people and their behavior online is how they have to be in real life because I know that's how I am like this in my real life.
Right.
And I honestly, and maybe I existed in a vacuum or a bubble, I never knew this kind of stuff happened in real life. Like I've seen it in movies. I've never knew like this was socially acceptable. Doesn't matter what you say to somebody, they apologize to you. Hey, each to his own. Everybody has their own boundaries. Everybody has their own limitation. It's situational morals. That's all I can say. That's on you, not on me. I live my life my way. You live your life your way, and everybody can move along and be happy or not. I
Right.
choose to make people
Yeah.
happy. I love to see people happy, in
You know,
love,
the sad thing
prospering.
is we all could have coexisted. Every single one of us,
Yeah,
we all could have coexisted because you don't have to like everybody in the freaking world. How boring would it
no,
be if we all liked each other and we were all the exact same? That's not
right.
real life. We all could have coexisted, but there's a handful on here that just cannot coexist anywhere. And I think they can't even coexist with people in their real life. So they come here and they spew their bitterness and their hate.
Well, I mean, we've seen a lot of people that were having struggles and what have you, and they've admitted it that they were doing things online because they were so, rather they were dealing with relationship problems or life, whatever curveball life threw at them, and you tend to. I mean, that was another thing. I was emotionally invested, and I still am. I'm still emotionally invested in the people that I've got friendships with. I love them. I care about them. I'll do anything for them, but not this platform. But
Right.
before I was trying to make a difference and get on panels and speak thoughts and maybe try to hold a mirror or embarrass or whatever it may be. I don't care anymore. I don't. I care about my friends, the people that I've made friendships with. I care about their happiness, and I care about injustice. I care about gang stalking and bullying. I care about that shit. But I'm not an island. I can't fight a fight alone. I tried that. It didn't work. Look what happened. My heart has been shattered more times than I can count. I've been hurt more since being on YouTube than I've ever have in my real life. I don't have problems. I surround myself with mirrored-minded people, whether it be friends, men, what have you. I don't have chaos in my life. I don't enjoy it. It's gross. It's very toxic. It's very not healthy in your mind, your body. I mean, look at the things that can happen due to stress, fever and blood pressure and all kinds of things. Stress is a deadly thing. No, thank you.
Sorry, hold on just one second. Just stop where you're at right there because I do not want to deal with that with this. And no, I'm not jumping on John. First, I have to count to 10,
No, I got you. I got
right? And then I don't want to.
You want to deal with that later.
When Milan is off the panel,
Gotcha.
then I will go at that heifer. But because it'll just upset Milan, and I'm not going to do that to her. But I'm just going to say this. So, Elizabeth, your time is coming. Your legal time is coming. Bet on it, bitch. Okay. feel free to continue going on, Milan, if you have anything else you need to say.
No, I think I've pretty much said it all, and I'm not going to address this again.
Good for
Stay to
you.
my piece. I cleared up a misconception, a confusion. I don't appreciate the way that it was conveyed. I don't appreciate twisting of the facts. If you're going to say something, and I agree, it's not, you know, you don't just, you show receipts or you have facts to what you're saying. That's why I'm not going to say who I think is whatever. I don't operate like that.
Right.
That's what subpoenas and attorneys and all that bullshit's for. You got the money to hire one and find out, great. If you don't, move it along. But I didn't even know I don't know what an IP address is. I didn't have an IP address. I didn't give you shit. I told you about my visit to the detective. That's it. That's all. You can't make a false police report. A, you have no proof. B, it didn't happen.
And I want to point out too that a cop just doesn't tell somebody. Cops don't just also tell somebody an IP address. They don't go, "Hey, that person is bothering you.
No.
Here's their IP address." That's not how that goes.
And I was told that she doesn't have the software, and by law, she couldn't do it. She can't. She can take my report, take the names, give me a report number. Have a nice day. You have a problem?
Exactly.
Email me what you have. Let me know what's going on. And if it becomes criminal, we'll get involved. If not, have a nice day. Yep. That's it.
That's it. That's
so
it.
I just wanted to make sure I cleared up because, it's not going to work. Find a new something because I did not do what I was accused of. It was conveyed wrong. And I know why it was spun like that. I'm not stupid. I know what the agenda, the ending goal and the agenda was behind that. You can't get to Amy. You can't get to Noodle. Let's go at the friends, right? We see that happening.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, my love, I'm going to let you go. I got an early morning appointment. I'm beat tired. Thank you for letting me come up. I hope I cleared it up. And like I said, I'm not going to address it again.
Anytime, sweetheart. We'll talk to you later, all right?
All right. All right, darling. All right. I'll talk to you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
There we go. Mike, you hear all that dinging? That's not even about YouTube. That's been it went away. Anyway, yeah, we're going to. I have some screenshots and some things that were sent to me that we'll go at another time. We're not going to do it right now. But yeah, I told Milan that if she wanted a platform tonight to explain what was going on, that she could. Now I'm going to say again to Tiffany, I really don't, I've been cool with you, right? I mean, we don't hang out and shit together, right, anymore. But I've been cool, right? I haven't talked shit about you. I haven't done anything. Please don't just assume something and then say it. Please don't assume that Milan told me something and I ran with it, and that because I know that Lufa lives on a mountaintop, and that something about, what was that? Something about a mount, something about Google's proxy being mount Google something. Right? I'm not stupid, okay? Just because something has the word mountain on it and she happens to live on a mountain, I'm not going to automatically assume, okay? That's not how that goes. Now, I would rather continue with me not speaking on you and you not speaking on me like we've been doing. But if you want to play it different, I guess we could do that too. I mean, I really don't want to, but that it's the way it is. The fact that you decided that you were going to say, okay, so Noodle ran with this, and I've got the clip. I just don't have it loaded up here. But I'll play it for y'all later if you want to see it. Because it was sent to me, and I was like, what is she even talking about? So just for the record, I know the name of the mountain that Lufa lives on. Y'all acting like it's, that she lives in the Ozarks or something. And, it's not how that works. We all know. And I never, ever, ever, ever once did I say to you or anybody anything about where I have information or how I got information myself. I never did. And you trying to insinuate that Amy told you this, and Amy, Amy very well may have. Amy very well may have said, hey, I think maybe, this is what Noodle thought, or hey, maybe this is what Milan thought. Neither I can speak for Milan in this. I know I can. Neither Milan and I are mad at Amy. She's not the person who's causing the problem. It's not her. I've always tried to be cool with you. I appreciate, you said something about what Robbie did, and I appreciated that. But don't what you did was so condescending to me. It's not even funny. Well, so she just must have assumed or whatever. No, I didn't. Nothing Milan told me. Milan is not tech savvy. I don't depend on other people to give me information and then just go balls to the wall with it and claim it as fact. Navigator says, ooh, big cap locks. Tiffany, stop putting people in the crosshairs of people who tormented you and reached into the life of you and your family. You're well aware of how dangerous unhinged these freaks are. That's true. That's true. Oh, okay. So I'm going to talk about this here for a second, but then I got to go because I have a grandkid with a sliver, and that takes precedence over YouTube. And Grandma's the only one who knows how to get out splinters painlessly. So is it in his foot or his hand?
But
Oh, I hate the foot ones.
always, yeah.
Anyway, so she's dangerous. She accused me of being a very nasty troll account because of her spidey senses. I have never spoken to her except in live chat. Say hello. I don't know her. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys, seriously, none of it. No, Robbie. None of us need any help to have Robbie do horrible shit to us. Okay. And that goes for Extinctube too. Y'all stop dragging people into shit and pretending like you know shit when you don't know the facts. I would have had more respect, Tiffany, if you'd have said to me, hey, did you do this, and did you do this because of Milan, or did you do this because you read a proxy wrong, but you did, you ran with it. And it just, yeah, I'm not stupid, sweetheart. No, far from it. I may not be intelligent, but I'm not stupid. So, all right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you, Milan, for coming up. We all miss you. We all love you, but we totally understand why you don't hang around this shithole any longer. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go. My birthday's in 2 days. I might do a birthday stream. I'm not sure. It all depends on what's going on. Again, before we go out, I want people to be aware of this, of what X said. I'm going to read it out to you again, and I want you to take caution, and I'll tell you what, and after I read this, I'm going to tell you what to do if you are a person she decides to dox. X said, friggin' read this, Noodle. I did not lie about anything, nothing. You just took the opportunity to dox my name again. You doxed me and my entire life with threats and blackmail, which is not true, but by you or those who support you. They support your lies, digging, doxing. You showed it by posting that gift card. They support your stalking and abuse of Mrs. P. Each and every one of them, therefore, deserve to be doxed completely. I recommend that everyone start doxing anyone who ever supported Noodle in any way without support. Noodle and Flag could never have caused so much damage to Mrs. P's life. So, and she has already gone back through past fundraisers, and people who did not donate anonymously, she's posting their names. So if this happens to you, if they post your real name, but they don't post it with your YouTube name, do not say a word. Do not, because they're going to try and trap you into saying, "Oh my God, you doxed me." And then they're like, "Oh, so that's you, huh?" So number one, don't say a word. if XtinctTube or anybody else says your real name, and then somebody else comes along and says, oh, that's so and so, and says your actual YouTube name, XtinctTube, Monica, per the law, per exactly what I was told by law enforcement, is responsible for that. So if this does indeed happen to you, you have legal protection from this. Contact me. I will give you the case number and the name of the person in Denmark that we are dealing with this, about this, that we have been dealing with about this for the past, over a year. That I don't know, it's been like 2 years since we started, I think, maybe 3. I don't know. Time blends together. But don't, she's already done it to one person. That person happened to say Monica. Monica assumed it was going to be about her, and so she decided that it would be all right to say the person's full government name, the state they live in, their date of birth, and she felt justified in doing that. Remember, this is the person who wrote a whole file on my dad's side of my family and gave it to people on the internet. Okay, they're I got to be careful what I say because it was a legal matter. Yeah, just if this happens to you, if she says your name and it gets connected to your YouTube name, and you have not said your real name out here publicly or whatnot, get a hold of me and I will help you get in touch with the people that the people you need to speak to legally about this. So, all right. I love you guys. Oh, yeah, she can be reported for that. Yes. Yes, she can be reported for that. And she should be reported for that. Not only is it against YouTube TOS, it's like I said, it's illegal. It's illegal. And she's already started. She's done 2 names that I'm aware of. Huh? And is asking for a third. And we have the proof of all that, and it will be sent in. And we'll just go from there. But don't let it worry you. Remember, if she doxes you in any way, and something shows up on a credit report or something happens that you feel is because of the doxing of your private information, you want a paper trail. You want to be able to say, hey, look, this happened to me by this whack job over on YouTube, and this could be a result of that. Okay. You can also call your own police department. I started to say this before and I forgot. So the thing with her being in another country, so not only do you need to contact her police department, you also have to contact your own, because when it comes time to, if they want to look into it, then you have to be interviewed by your own police station, and then your police station will have to correlate with their police station over in her country. So make sure that you just, that you also call your own police station and let them know what's up. And if anybody needs me to give a statement to their police, anything that we've had to go through with her, with all the doxing and the shit that she has done to us, we'd be more than happy to help you out. Both Vlad and I would. So, all right. Tell somebody you love them. Do something nice for somebody. And